playing in the yard. I remember sea-soaked skies in a January fog. It was your heart that couldn't take my love, but it was me who shined a light on a deer. Chasing those dreams, they seem so far-fetched and out of my league. You were there for me till the end, but like some sick twist, you're gone, my friend. It's not my body, it's my heart, for the most part. It's not those sad words, it's the good times that we had at the start. You say those mean things, try to get the peace out of me. It's not my body, it's my heart, for the most part. And when you come back, it'll be the same. You'll get to my heart, pretend that you were my friend. It's not my body, it's my heart. It's not my body, it's my heart, for the most part. It's not those sad words, it's the good times that we had at the start. You say those mean things, trying to get the peace out of me. It's not my body, it's my heart, for the most part.
Headlights on a Saturday at 10 a.m. Reflecting dark mirror liquid at the edge of the pavement. Salt breath on my neck when the air moves and my clothes take on the weight of the rain. Leaves shake and branches fall in the storm. Sumac drops her fruit, but through it all I stand still, I'm doused now. My shirt's stuck to my chest, but it's not really dark out. Radiant travel, brilliant rain. I feel kinda lost, but I feel okay. Reassured in my own skin. Tempest without clarity within. Radiant drive, a brilliant gray. I feel kinda lost, but I feel okay. Reassured in my own skin. Tempest without clarity within. Sand coats my thighs where I sat down. Sun covered by clouds, but still somehow feels so much like home. I could cry, could spend my whole life searching for fossils on the shoreline. Summer's over soon, for her it's getting late. Atlantic air swirls across the state. Wind kisses my face, hugs my chest. The gulf's nest, the balls rake the waves crest. Radiant drive, a brilliant gray. Feel kinda lost, but I feel okay. Reassured in my own skin. Tempest without clarity within. Radiant drive, a brilliant gray. I feel kinda lost, but I feel okay. Reassured in my own skin. Tempest without clarity within.
nowhere to go. We got no one to see, just you and me. Keep that neon aglow, keep those beverages cold. It's all on me. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Till the dawn come take it away. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Till the dawn come take it away. Just connect the phone. Leave your worries at home. Just let them be. Keep the neon aglow. Keep those beverages cold. It's all on me. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Till the dawn come take it away. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Till the dawn come and take it away. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Until the dawn come and take it away. Let me be your Friday night. Let me sing till the morning light. Lay your loving down on me. Until the
Okay, load of Fool, capital L, we here. It's Friday night. It's review night / discussion. I'm just gonna keep adding that. We know. Yeah. So we got Good Boys. That's the movie we're getting into this evening. I got a bunch of trailers. Well, not a bunch, a few. It's kind of light this week, or this time around, I should say. Then again, maybe YouTube has just been jipping me. But, yeah, so we're going to get into those. And then we'll get into the review / discussion. And then we'll go ahead and start this some gaming after. Sorry, I was pulling up stuff and lost concentration there. Alright, so let's pop over here to the stream. Let's go ahead and pull up the Chrome browser. Let's go ahead and hit up. Shout out to the Cuzzo, Track Justice. We're going to have his music on deck for the discussion. Ready for that. But before that, let's go ahead and get into these trailers. A lot of these I just picked because I found them. There was like literally no rhyme or reason. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's within 2 weeks. We'll put that on. So this one here is from Neon. I think one of the movies we reviewed recently was from them, which was the Cam movie. So there you go. Let's see what this is. The title caught me too. Oh, this is all the way up, right? Okay.
Hello.
Hey, bud. Let's get into the first trailer, actually.
Cool. I was just
Helt precis hva som har skjedd, det usikkert.
Oh, from the author of Let the Right One In. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Mamma er død.
Og så våknet hun igjen.
Hva betyr det?
Jeg vet ikke.
Interesting. Gotta love a zombie movie.
Var på sykehuset.
Nei, da mister vi han igjen.
Jeg har savnet deg. Jeg elsker deg. Vare seg du vil eller
The
ikke.
fuck?
Se, mamma. Er den ikke fin?
Du må ikke holde så hardt. Nå må du slippe.
Jeg elsker deg. Vare seg du vil eller ikke. Jeg elsker deg.
Yeah, okay. This shit looks pretty wild. Handling the undead. Huh? All right. That actually looked pretty interesting. I wasn't expecting that. All right. This one, again, I saw the name and I was like, ah, fuck it. But I also noticed Alex Winter. If anybody knows, that's fucking Bill from Bill and Ted.
Hey, how's that band going?
It's mainly me these days. I just want to finish my
I
album.
think that is, right?
You
I'm
have
pretty
been
sure it
trying
is.
to finish this album for 3 years.
What is this? It's a progressive form of prog. I've been calling it prog squared.
The only way I listen to your music is if you tied me up at gunpoint and you forced me to.
And don't play it here again or you're fired.
Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't seen him. I could be wrong.
What's going on?
I think we have a new neighbor.
What is up with this guy?
I think we're living next to some kind of maniac.
I am now living your head rent-free.
Flash is just driving me crazy.
You're headed into chaos.
What?
Blood will be spilt.
You gotta stand on your own 2 feet.
Now I'm
and
confused
say,
with
"Get out of
myself."
my kitchen, 'cause I'm cooking."
Hell?
William, use your demons. Don't let them
What the
use you.
fuck?
So you've killed somebody. Relax. Just need to
hell?
know how to get rid of a body.
Hello, Willie.
I'm not a mass murderer. I'm a mass manslaughterer.
It's
Oh, it is.
time to
Oh,
make a
okay.
hit
So.
record.
I'm alive.
Shut up!
You didn't hear that, did you?
You yelling shut up at nobody? Yeah, I heard it was very loud.
That is not what rock and roll is all about.
You're a loser and you're gonna die a loser.
Now that was rock and roll.
Stop. Just be cool. And don't murder anyone else.
Okay. That's a movie. Interesting. I mean, it's on Shudder, so. But Alex Winter is in that. He is Bill from Bill and Ted, and he was the weird-looking, creepy neighbor. So that makes more sense. We got a bunch from Prime now, because apparently that's the only shit that's out or come drop trailer. I didn't even know this trailer existed.
I'm Jason 2J's Jennings. I was a football legend. But once you reach the mountaintop of greatness, everybody wants to see you fall.
This is cool.
2J's just got smoked.
Damn! You pled guilty to charges of
They got
stealing
fucking,
and damage to city property. I'm recommending community service with the
Jason
Long
Ted?
Beach Recreations Department.
I thought I was getting like some Martha Stewart kind of treatment.
You too good for the community that raised you.
Sean Merriman. What am I talking about? Jason Ted. Dude,
I am football legend Jason 2J's Jennings, your new head coach.
Legend.
Let me get a picture with y'all real quick for Twitter. Some of y'all gonna get some girlfriends, but this right here.
Keith!
Kareem?
Jason! I've been trying to get back in touch
I'm
with you
all
for
wrong,
years. I know you've been thinking about me, and I know you've been trying to get in touch with me. Is that pretty much right?
You just put a gun in my head.
Relax, Jay. The safety was on. Oh, no. It wasn't on.
What?
Whew, imagine that.
Before we can be the best, we gotta master the fundamentals. Pretty boy, you missing pass after pass. You got on all that sweet ass swag.
The next time you come out here acting like a fake ass rapper, we gonna kick your ass off the field. Stop acting like you got an album coming out. JJ, how you liking this game?
Coach, this is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you remember what you were like when you showed up freshman
Damn.
year? You were a pain in the ass.
I don't owe nobody nothing.
Sound just like me. If you really want to win a game, stop pushing away your team. Let's go!
Okay. Well, let's see how this is going.
Black Princess Leia.
Underdogs on three, underdogs on me.
1, 2, 3.
What's my name?
The underdogs.
I got your mask.
He actually does coach Little League though, so
Yeah.
he might be kind of like natural.
2 dogs for 2 G's. I found them chained up in the back of the winter snitches.
Interesting. All right. Bad News Bears or the Little Giants. You know, I love Little Giants. That's a classic.
Little Giants is a good movie.
Classic. This I saw
I just sometimes want to be alone.
her Kidman, Nicole
I'm
Kidman.
not
I was like, fuck it,
somebody's
it's Nicole
wife,
Kidman.
not somebody's mother.
That's literally the
I'm
logic
not
here.
defined by tragedy. Don't you ever miss it? Home?
I like our life here. I help the driver, so it makes everything easier.
I see his family.
You know you always say that, right? You're her employer, not her friend.
Oh.
You know, Hong Kong was supposed to be a fresh start for me. A fresh start, really? At 24? I think my marriage is over. Has David been home? No, ma'am. What am I still doing here?
Do you ever imagine yourself living a completely different life?
Well, interesting.
Don't grab it. You don't know whose that is.
You're just watching them every second, even when your eyes are closed. And I have no idea how it happened.
Huh.
No one should ever have to go through what you're going through.
I think we need to think about getting out of here. 'Cause we're drowning and you don't see it.
The minute our feet leave Hong Kong soil, we are abandoning our son. Why is she here?
Huh?
Alam nating lahat ang tungkol sa employer natin. Mga sekreto na kahit pinakamalapit na kaibigan niya ay hindi alam.
Not a moment goes by where I'm not thinking about what I've done. People like me, do they ever move on?
Wow,
You're
this
not
is one of
betraying anyone by
them
trying to
real
live a
deep
better life.
movies, you know?
We all need to keep living. Even you.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's probably gonna be like, oh my god, did you see Nicole Kidman in this movie? So great! That's probably what's gonna happen. Another Prime one.
Well, hello there, you wayward sinner. Do you like blood, violence, and depravity of a sexual nature?
Oh, Daddy, Do you really expect me to memorize this whole script?
Of course you do. That's why you're in hell. What would you say if I told you there was a place to stay that had none of that? Welcome to the Has-Been Hotel. Your last desperate attempt at salvation starts here.
So, what do you think?
I'm sorry, what the fuck was that?
Yeah. One note. This place is about second chances to convince heaven the people of hell can be redeemed.
Hi, mister.
Go fuck yourself!
Have you ever wanted something that was so clear in your mind that you could taste it?
You're gonna help sinners?
Fucking hilarious!
It's a feeling like a rumbling in your gut.
I just hope what I'm trying to do here will work.
Are you fucking high?
Here, hold this. Oh my god, oh my god. For the first time in my life. Holy shit, why? Ready to be the
We got 24 hours before the extermination begins. Let's get to work.
And although I kind of feel unsteady, now I need to be ready for this.
They're gonna fucking die. They're gonna die.
For the first time in our lives, we know that we are ready for this.
We'll show heaven a fight they won't forget.
It's time to take a stand.
It is time to lend a hand against the angels and their deadly threat.
We cannot take it anymore. The time has come to go to war. Prepare to fight. We're ready for.
It's time I remind everyone why I'm here.
I really hope that I'm ready for this.
I didn't know that was the whole
I'm
thing.
a bad man who never got enough hugs. Where's an innocent kid I can sell crack to? Who wrote this?
It's great, right? Keep going.
I guess. Maybe I'll give it a try. I don't know. I wasn't expecting the musical part at all. That kind of really came out of nowhere, I guess. A24 clause. Yeah, you know, A24. It's what we do.
You talked to your dad recently?
Hey, that's that one girl.
Why?
Give us a call.
So where did you appear from? Oklahoma? I've never been anywhere but here. What were you doing with that big girl?
Get a lot of crazy ass foreigners mostly. How's it going, guys?
This here's Jackie.
Hi.
She needs a job. Says she'll do anything.
Yeah, you like guns?
Not really.
What the fuck you doing here then? A bit more powerful than a punch, huh?
Fuck yeah.
Call me when it's done.
Oh, hey, that's homie's brother. What's his James Franco.
Huh?
Dave Franco.
You don't understand. Get back in the car.
They found the body.
Looks like you've got your hands full.
The fuck?
You'll regret this.
We'll just need to fight back. I'm gonna tell them everything you ever did.
FBI, open up. Are you threatening me?
Yep.
Well, that was really stupid of you.
I'll never fall in love.
The fuck? Some wild shit. Wow. That's something. Alright, well, bodybuilder, gun runner, lesbians, cool, man. That's didn't have that on the big O for next year. Alright, I got 2 games and then we're getting into the review.
Peggy 12.
I have no idea, I just saw 2 game trailers and I was like, fuck it. Everything sounds like Stranger Things.
Right.
I get it, man. 80s was the shit, guys. I get it. Explore the digital kingdom. Techno Sword. I mean, I do love the retro style games. That shit looked pretty cool, actually. God, you know, it's hilarious. You know, back when the retro games were, you know, current, Motherfuckers always like, man, we need better graphics, and now motherfuckers just let's make a game with retro graphics. That's all right. We got one more cookie cutter.
Today, and at great risk to our own well-being, we've journeyed deep into the megastructure to observe Cherry in her natural habitat. Ah, yes, here she is. Not just an android, but a stunning example of science and technology converging to form a truly badass bitch.
Oh, yeah.
This is Cherry, anthropological, biological, mechanical android. A state-of-the-art Denzel created by Dr. Shinji Fallon herself. Glorious, isn't she? Cherry was born out of love. But ever since her creator was kidnapped by a ruthless dictator and his armies, she's been on a violent quest for revenge. With her trusted chainsaw...
That shit is crazy.
Seems like some type of game that you would play.
Yeah, I love a good Metroidvania fucking game, platformer, adventure, whatever.
The Stratoblaster.
The graphics, though, the artwork they're doing on this is fucking...
Looks good.
Wow. The details.
And her motorbike, the Nitro Bunny.
Oh, man. That's funny.
And so much more.
Ew, throwing hands.
Now we're talking. I'm gonna make it rain blood.
Indeed, Cherry. Indeed. So much blood.
Damn. That's pretty dope.
Will Cherry rescue Dr. Shinji, or will the megastructure eat her alive? The answer awaits the most inquisitive and intrepid in Cookie Cutter. Cookie Cutter, a video game for discerning players.
What? Oh. Okay. Well, that was fucking dope. Did not expect that at all. That looked pretty good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start this review part here. We have the trailer for the movie. And let's watch that real quick.
What is it? I have no idea.
That's a tampon. Girls shove it up their buttholes to stop babies from coming out. An 8th grader told me that. I'm having a party tomorrow. You in? Yeah. Can Thor and Lucas come? They're so random. They're my best friends. We do everything together. There's gonna be girls at the party. You know what that means? Drama. No, kissing.
You do not want to go to Soren's party not knowing how to kiss.
We could spy on my neighbor. She's a total nymphomaniac.
She starts fires?
No, she's a nymphomaniac. Someone who has sex on land and sea.
This is what happens when you don't respect women.
I respect women. My mom's my best friend. What about me?
That's gonna kill me.
Chill. This is how we get the drone back.
Picture this.
You took my bag.
Don't get any closer.
Oh my God, there's Molly in there.
Okay, who's Molly? Because she's not with us.
Sweet Jesus.
Just give us our Molly.
Nobody sweet, nobody gets.
We're not crossing a highway.
Are we 5th graders or are we 6th graders?
I am crack. I ain't lying. Kick a lion in his crack.
Here's the plan. I'm gonna go to the party with a beer.
What do you have in your pants?
It's been like
That was Sam Richardson, right?
Oh, the
The cop. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
He looks just like him. If it's not. Yeah, it's him. It has to be him.
You're not getting me. I'm fine. You're
Oh, hell no.
If we don't get to that party, I'll die.
Party? You guys are like 7.
Stop treating us like kids. We're twins.
Ooh, gummy vitamins.
We know how things work. What the is jump?
Nobody speak. Nobody can show.
I found this in the back of my parents' closet.
Oh man.
What are you doing? That swing is for sexing. People do sex on it.
All right, so yeah, that's Good Boys. That is the review for the evening / discussion. So yeah, as y'all can tell by the trailer, it's a fucking adult comedy. It's again definitely reminiscent of South Park, you know, in the sense of like these kids are, you know, dealing with shit, you know, that they really shouldn't be, obviously.
Yeah.
And it's pretty hilarious. I gotta say, the movie was pretty funny. I didn't realize. Well, yeah, exactly. I didn't even realize that, and as they showed in the trailer, the people that helped make that and Neighbors made this, so it all makes sense, actually, as to how the humor is very similar between those two movies. Because Neighbors is fucking hilarious as well. If you've never seen that, I definitely recommend that. That's the one with Seth Rogen and Zac Efron? Yeah, Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But yeah, so basically, I mean, the trailer really is pretty straightforward. I kind of don't like how they put the swing part in there. Because spoiler, that's actually the end of the movie. But yeah, they basically, it's your classic kid, you know, parent goes away or parents go away for the weekend, whatever, or for a few days, and shenanigans ensue. Mainly, he steals his dad's drone to spy on those girls you see, and then, you know, drops the drone back there. They steal the drone, and, you know, kind of goes from there, all revolving on trying to get it back, and then eventually get another one. So it's pretty, you know, formulaic in that sense. But of course, with comedy, it's about the jokes and how they get from there to there, you know, from point A to point Z. The jokes were there, man. The jokes were there. They hit really well. Shout out to the kids, because they definitely did really well with their characters. I like how they kind of leaned into, as you saw in the trailer, the black kid. His name is that's Lucas, right? Keith Williams. Yeah. I think Lucas is So Lucas, and then Thor is his other buddy, and Max is the main kid. Jacob. He's the main child, and yes, his friend Lucas is literally like the voice of reason the whole time. You know, like, we should just tell the truth and all that shit, and it's pretty hilarious. Versus the stereotypical, you know, what was it with Paul Rudd and fucking Stifler, Role Models, where that kid was basically one of these kids, but he was vulgar and crass and, you know, all that shit. Now, they went the total opposite direction here with Lucas, which I thought was great. Shout out to his parents, though. His parents, I wasn't expecting that because they don't show him in the trailer. Shout out to all the parents, actually. The main kid, Max's dad, is Will Forte. And also Lucas's mom, she's Retta from fucking Parks and Recs. So I was like, that's pretty cool. But the opening joke kind of really sets the tone. Matter of fact, shout out to Mr. Steve here. He texted me after the opening.
Yeah, it was pretty wild opening.
Yeah, like it's him basically like either making a character in a game of something, but it's an orc, and he like increases her boob size as like maximum and stuff, and he's about to rub one out.
A fucking orc, as out of all fucking characters, he could have probably picked an orc.
It's hilarious. And then obviously the classic, the parent walks in as he's doing this, or he's about to try to. Which is just hilarious, I definitely give them credit. I think it was well done. But yeah, it really just it does a good job of pacing itself. There's not a bunch of extra bullshit. I mean, the movie is only 90 minutes, so I'm always a fan of a short, clean movie where you can tell they pretty much did 30 minutes, 30 minutes, 30 minutes, beginning, middle, end. But a lot of the jokes were just great. Like when they try to sell one of their playing cards akin to Magic the Gathering. They called it Ascension, but it was basically Magic, and they were trying to sell one of their cards to get money to pay for the drone because, of course, the girls take it. And the guy that shows up, he's in a lot of shit. And I can't think, is he on here? I feel like he should be on here somewhere.
I felt like I've seen him before, but I'm really not good with names and faces.
No, and I don't know his name at all, but I know he's basically there. He goes to buy the card, and he looks like a pedophile. He does like that. It's funny that was the joke for him. Was that? And you're right, by the way, Sam Richardson.
Okay, yeah, I thought so.
Officer Sachs. I'm surprised he doesn't get a casting list here. He's not casting list here. There's Soren. Josh Karras. Maybe it's this guy. I'm scared to search this, but whatever. Josh Karras. No, that's the kid that they sells the drugs. Oh, this is gonna bother me now, honestly. Really? Huh. Maybe he didn't want credit? I don't know. But, yeah, damn, where is he at? He's not in the list! How is the cop in here? And he's not. Like, the cop was in there less amount of time than the guy looking like a pedophile. No. Damn. Ah, well, whatever. It sucks because now I don't know his name, and that's going to bug me. Hold on, guys. I'm going to Google it real quick over here on my other screen. Because now I have my OCDs kicking in. And it's like, bruh. Figure it out. And he's in so much shit. Is he not credited at all? Oh, there he is. Stephen Merchant. That's his name. Stephen Merchant. So he's not credited at all here, which is pretty wild to me. Here, I'll pull it up here. The system, they already knew. This guy. Oh shit, he was in the British office, or English, or British, or whatever version that is. The real office, as people say. English, yeah. But this guy, he is, he goes to buy the magic car. I'm just calling it magic car because it is what it is. And, yeah, they immediately, they're like, let's get weapons because we're going to invite this guy over. And the weapons they find are all sex toys, anal beads, which they consider nunchucks. And then make the comment that it smells like shit. Like, oh, man. It was really good, honestly. It was really funny. Little jokes like that. Also, since there's no parents there, they found a CPR doll, which was not... and I expected to see an actual CPR doll, but instead it was a sex doll. Fucking hilarious. Fucking absolutely hilarious. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, that's the funny part. Is like when he said CPR doll, like I was like, oh, yeah, makes sense, right? Hilarious. So they use that to dress up as their mom, and eventually end up selling it to the creepy-looking guy, which was just hilarious. Like, it all played out really well. It's definitely worth watching. I cannot, you know, say anything really too bad about it. I mean, it's hard when you have kids as the, you know, main stars, and especially in a sense like this, in a really raunchy comedy. I wouldn't say raunchy. Well, sort of raunchy. I don't know. Would you consider it raunchy, Doug? Would that be?
Yeah, a little. I would say it's got a yeah, it kind of is like a raunchy kids movie in my opinion. Like it's kind of, but it's not a kids movie, of course, you know.
Right.
But it's about kids. Yeah, it's well, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a Seth Rogen movie, right? And you know, Evan Goldberg and shit. You know, it's that type of movie.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, as you see here, produced it. So I mean, that already gives you an idea.
Yeah, I mean, and like it just like it felt like you were watching a kids movie for like, but and then like something like adult would happen. So like I kind of like bridged like that gap, you know. And
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of kids probably are like dealing with this shit like in real life. Like they know what all this stuff is way too early.
Right.
So I think that's a big part of the movie is just like these kids just like know way too much way too early.
Well, and the funny thing is how wrong. Like, I mean, for one, back to where they get their weapons, you know, just in case. They have the box, which this kind of was just like, really? They didn't know that said anal? He reads it as anal beads.
Anal, yeah.
Which, honestly, it kind of surprised me. Because, I mean, as smart as these kids are, you know, he still got that wrong. Like, I don't know, but it was pretty hilarious. Also, shout out to the Asian girl. What was her name? Fucking Lily? Is that the one?
Yeah, I think there was Hannah and Lily.
I think it was. Here, let's.
Yeah.
No. I can't get like a. Look, I'm gonna do this. God damn it! Why Wiki not doing his job? Yeah, that's her. Okay, so yeah, Lily, the chase scene, fucking hilarious. Like, it reminded me of almost the Terminator 2, where she was chasing the kids and they're on their bikes. Like, pretty hilarious. All because the kids have their bottle of Molly that they unintentionally stole. It's pretty wild, honestly. Trying to think. Yeah, a lot of things that they do go over though in the regards of like the overall coming of age part of it, and like, oh, you know, you're not going to necessarily have the same friends you have at that age, and it's very true. You know, you may have one or two that you stick with, but your circles do change. And it was neat how they showed it towards the end of the movie, obviously. And I like how they did it, where I can honestly say there was quote unquote serious moments, but they weren't that serious. You know, it wasn't like how some comedies, they'll take you all the way up top with the fucking laughter and hilarity, and then just hit you in the gut with like the lesson and everything, you know, like the plot and what you came here to learn. And you're kind of like, well, damn, way to fucking, you know, ruin the mood. Like, they did a good job of keeping it, you know, funny, but also like, hey, you know, this is legit. So towards the end, they almost portrayed them as adults, especially when they start showing them they go their separate ways in a sense. Like, they hang out with different groups because the main kid gets grounded, because he doesn't get away with it to an extent, which that was hilarious, by the way, where he flies the drone home. He's like, I know my house. And just, dude, that was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and I got like a little drone for Christmas, like from one of my family members, like, and it was kind of like relatable because of everything that happened. It's like I was actually like I've been messing with the drone a little bit. It's a small one, but it's made for indoors, so you could bounce it off the walls and stuff. But man, those things are fucking hard to control. Like, so it was like kind of funny watching it, like on the movie after I just like was messing with it a couple nights ago.
Yeah, like because they have the classic, you know, he's got to get his drone home before his dad gets home. You know, just like Ferris Bueller needs to get home before his parents get home, and all that shit. You know, and in this case, he doesn't pull it off, which I applaud them for that, for going that route. And but the way they did it was just hilarious. But so he gets grounded, and the whole time, I mean, the whole idea of is he's wanting to go to that party they show in the trailer, it's funny because they steal the drone to learn how to kiss when they could have just Googled it. Like, it's little things like that you're like, this is pretty funny shit, like good writing.
Yeah.
And they show them like sort of like adults, where, you know, they have their separate lives, and his best friend Thor there, this kid here, Thor, they show him, you know, becoming a singer in the school play, and that play they did, hilarious.
Right.
Hilarious, this Rock of Ages. Oh my god, that was fucking great. Like, at one point they show him performing, and he smashes his face in the table and just does like a line of blow. I mean, it's obviously not, but, you know, like, it's fucking hilarious. And then, like, he goes into, like, that porta potty with the dude or whatever. Like, dude, that shit was so good. But yeah, so, and then after that, he has the after party at his house, and like the way these three interact, they even mentioned he was only grounded for, I think they said like a couple of months or something, and they made it seem like they hadn't seen each other in like, you know, fucking years, and, you know, they're like, oh, we're gonna make sure to get together at least for the big things, and it's just funny because it's like they're fucking kids, you know. Like, this is a drop in the bucket, you know? So I really like how they did that. And then, of course, as I mentioned earlier, the swing. That's the end of the movie. And I like how they did that, where they showed them all. Dude, they did a really good job with that, too. Like, just the little nuances of, like, they show the different scenes or stills of them in different positions on the swing. Fucking wild, man. Absolutely wild. So, I definitely recommend solid comedy. I'm honestly surprised it didn't do as well as it did. Well, then again, no. Budget was $20 million and made $111. So apparently it did well. I didn't see a lot of people talking about it, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know about it until you told me about it.
Yeah, I mean, it came out in 2019, actually. So, like, I'm actually surprised, especially with having Seth Rogen behind it and Evan Goldberg, who has done a lot of good shit. So, I mean, it's surprising. It's definitely worth a watch for sure. This might go in my, simple watch movies where something I want to put on while I fucking fall asleep or something. Like, I might add it to the list. You know, it's pretty good stuff. So we're gonna get into the scenes and scores. What was your favorite scene, Steve?
Well, I would say like the first scene was honestly one of my favorites, but other than that, the one when they were actually like in the frat house and stuff like that, that was hilarious.
Yes. The fucking frat house scene, bro. That shit was great. God, he busts out the paintball gun. Like, dude, I wasn't expecting it to go that south, you know? Like, yeah. I was expecting some shit to go down there, but not like that. Like, that was hilarious. Fucking, yeah, just how the other kid, the Thor uses the fucking paddles or whatever and breaks them on the dude. Like, absolutely hilarious. And then, the subtle, the blowjob comment that he's making to him, or he's just like, I'll make you suck my dick, and And then Lucas is like, "What about me?"
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I was just like, "Wait, what the fuck, bro?" So yeah, that was a really good fucking scene. What score are you giving out of 10?
I would say a 6 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10.
6.5 out of 10. I like that.
Nothing crazy, but you know.
Yeah, I think I like that. So for me, favorite scene actually was the end of the chase, where poor Lucas, as you saw in the trailer, his fucking arm is just hanging.
Yeah.
From that to where they're trying to pop it back into place. Because immediately after that, as you see in the trailer, his arm's hanging. They show you immediately after they're trying to pop it back in place. And at one point, they throw him into a dumpster on his wrong arm to start.
Yeah.
And then,
that was something. That shit like reminded me of like how kids were when we were kids, because it's
I'm
just like
saying.
everybody. It was all. I never had to do it, but it was always a myth that you could pop that bitch back in. You know, and
Yeah.
the kids would get hurt at PE and they would do it. And like I'm glad I never had to do it.
Right. No, I mean, and the shit you and your friends would do in general. Like,
Yeah, in general.
It's fucking wild. But so, and what's even more hilarious is so after that, then they're like, they look up how to pop it in on YouTube or whatever. And they're like, you're going to need to bite down on something. So they give him the gag ball. Bro, I fucking lost
just
it.
randomly.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like throughout the whole movie, they kept pulling out the sex toys they found earlier in
Yeah.
the movie. Like it was just weird.
I like how they put it all in their backpack and we're just carrying it around like ready to go. It's fucking hilarious. But that whole sequence, also how it started where they're like, she was trying to touch our penises.
Yeah.
Dude.
Fucking weird.
It was good, man. Like, it definitely shows you the cleverness of the children. But also like how, since it was in 2019, like it was more aware of the world at the time, you know, because a lot has changed since then. But yeah, that was it for me. That whole, I know it's like more than one scene, but that sequence was just fucking great.
That's kind of like what I was coming from though. Like I didn't like, I just felt like there wasn't one specific scene because it was just little zingers. Like, and I feel like if you watch Superbad, you would probably say the same thing because there's just so many scenes in the movie that are just fucking hilarious. And Superbad's obviously like one of the best comedy movies ever created, if not like the best. At least for our generation, I feel like a lot of people probably feel that way.
I would say, and like in the
we
last,
all grew up with it,
like 10, 20 years or whatever.
Definitely. But it's like my girlfriend, for instance, like she's not like a crude person, but dude, she knows Superbad, man.
Right.
And, like she thought it was funny, but she doesn't like watch like I watch all crude movies. Like Seth Rogen's one of my favorite, but like she watched it like way before I even knew her. And like I remember her seeing Superbad when we were going on Netflix one day, and she's like, "Oh, we should watch that." I'm like, "You want to watch Superbad?" And she's like, "Yeah, I love that movie." I'm just like, "What?" Like, and it's just like I think everybody loves Superbad.
Yeah, it just hits.
Yeah.
Man. Appreciate you, Brand. We love you too, brother. So yeah, that was the moment for me, the scene, and then I agree with you, but I'm gonna give it just a little bit more, and I'm gonna go with 7, a flat 7. It was really good. I enjoyed it. It's not life changing, but it is a fun movie. It's hilarious. It has a lot.
I could
of
have went
moments.
7. I could have went 7 on that, but I I totally agree with you.
I think you're correct too. I think it's in that range. It just depends. Like I'm a little bit more lenient when it comes to shit.
Comedy movies are like my thing though. Like they're like the only movie types I watch for the most part, like other than like war movies. So it's like I feel like I just have way too many comedy movies that I would give higher than this movie. You know?
Right,
So,
and that's why I understand. Like me, I watch. I'm not probably as much as you though. Like I watch comedies, but probably not nearly as much. as you. Like I watch everything though. Like every fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's definitely a good 7 for me. It's like I said, there's not a wasted time in there at all, whatsoever. Like, it's well done, and like I mentioned earlier, even the serious moments aren't taken too seriously. Like, they did a good job. So yeah, Good Boys. It's on Netflix. Check it out.
And like the way I look at it too, like with comedy, and like I guess I just want to put this out here because I was thinking about it. But like, dude, it's like you got like if you want to be a 10, you got to be Happy Gilmore. You know what I mean? Like you have to You know, like Adam Sandler movies, like the old ones, like those ones are like 9s, 10s. You know,
Dude,
like, that's how I
yeah,
look at,
like Happy Gilmore.
Like Superbad's up there too. Like Superbad is probably a 10 in my opinion as well. Like you know, like
Waterboy,
honestly,
bro. Waterboy.
Waterboy. You know how many times I've
Cultural.
watched Waterboy when I was a kid? Because I'm a football fan too. So like growing up as a kid, that movie was fucking amazing.
Yeah, and that one it was like a big cultural hit. Like everybody
that too, yeah,
enjoyed it. Like it was,
yeah.
Because Happy Gilmore was the one where people like comedy fans were like, "Yo, this is hilarious. Y'all need to know about Adam Sandler." And then Waterboy came out, and people were like, "Oh, we get it now." And then I think he did Wedding Singer shortly after that. I want to say it was like 1 or 2 movies.
That's
after
one of his
that.
movies I haven't seen that much compared to the other ones.
And that one,
it's a good movie.
I wouldn't say it's as funny, but it's just as good in its own right, because it is a romantic comedy for everybody. Like it's one of those romantic comedies that it's hilarious as fuck, it's endearing, and it has a really good story about you know him and everything. It's a really good movie. Like that's probably, in my opinion, probably one of his best movies. One, because again, has all those good elements, but also it's an 80s movie. Like 80s is probably gonna go down as one of the best decades of all time.
Those movies.
I mean, we just saw in the trailers we saw that video game where retro style and shit. Like everybody's trying to do retro and a lot of synthesizes and shit these days with music. Like everybody's always going to the 80s, for inspiration. So I think that's probably why it's one of his best movies. And the cameos in that one were just fucking great, So, but yeah, I mean, Adam Sandler, he's great. He definitely has saturated enough, though. I think he needs to take
jump
a break.
the shark.
Well, I don't know if he's I think he did with Lil Nicky, in my opinion.
I'm talking about his newest stuff, like the Netflix thing, because like I've seen some of those movies, because like they're like family movies, so like my girlfriend's mom, like she loves him, so like I've seen some of the new ones. So I'm just like, I don't know, but I'm like I watch them because I'm just like, it's Adam Sandler, and I'm like, and they want to watch it, but I'm just like, it's still Adam Sandler, but it's like different. Like his movies in the past are like what really, like that's why I say jump the shark, because I feel like he just makes like a ton of movies for Netflix now, and like
it's like, look, I'm about to get paid. Like, I don't care.
Basically,
which makes sense. But. So yeah, good boys. Check it out. Recommend it. I'm gonna get into some gaming now. I have no idea what I'm about to do.